Hi there, it's Shalini, and today I'm going to be talking about how you can model for fun. So, no one asked about this because I've never really talked about it, but I did do some modeling. I haven't done it in a while, but I have done modeling for fun, and I want to share with you how I was able to do that, not like being like anywhere near professional level or paying anyone to help me. It was just literally me being like, oh, I want to see if I could try to model. So I just Googled it and then, and I found out whatever I needed to. And there was, I think, 3 ways. I'll talk about 3 ways where you could do this. So, or the 3 ways that worked for me. So the first one that worked for me was that I had friends who were photographers who really wanted to photograph people, and yeah, so you could just ask your friends, just take pictures with them and like have fun photo shoots. Like I've done that. Like I've had, I think, not too many, but I've done photo shoots with my friends, and it's like super fun because like you guys are both chill, and then like you could be comfortable around each other, and all that good stuff. So that is the very first way. So just ask your friends. Like I'm pretty sure you have 1 or 2 friends, who definitely would be down for doing a photo shoot. And yeah, so that is the first way. The second way is to go through an agency, and there's like there's something I want to differentiate. So I have modeled for an agency, but the thing is, I never signed, actually no, I signed a contract, but like it's not a binding contract, and I didn't have like an agent, I didn't do anything. I went to an agency that wanted real people. So if you're doing lifestyle modeling, everyday people like me, I'm an everyday person, to model for them in this agency. So anyone can do it. Like it doesn't matter if you're like 60, it doesn't matter if you're like, if you're 10, like if you're 10 you will need parents' permission, of course, but like, it doesn't matter what age, what race, what sex, like they want different types of people for different things. But the thing is, with these agencies, they're very, very specific, like very specific. So you might not hear back from them for a very long time. So that's what happened with me. And I'll share a little bit about it. But if you want to hear like my modeling stories with that agency, I have done only 3 for it. 3 or 4? 3. 3. One of them was for Holt International Business School in San Francisco. Another one was for Google, and another one was for a company called Boombotics. So if you want to hear about that, like let me know in the comments so I could talk about those, because those were all really good experiences. So for advice for you is that go to Google, look up lifestyle modeling agency, and there will be probably, depending on where you live, there might be only a few. Like for example, if you live in the Bay Area in California, if you live there, you can go to, and this is the place I went to, what was it called? Oh, so it's called Blackwell Files. So if you live in the Bay Area, definitely go there, but just know that you might not get something for a very long time or ever, like you might never get something. And for me, it took me, I think, about 6 months for me to actually get something. I don't really remember, but yeah. So what happens is that you just go online at these websites, and then you find out what you have to do. What I had to do was I had to like send them my pictures, like a headshot, and the body shot. And this is where your friend comes in. If you did this, I mean, you should have done it, but this is where your friend with the good camera comes in. Like you use those photos and you send those, and then I think that's all they ask of you. But yeah, you'll get an email back, and then they'll ask you to come in and then do like another headshot for their studio or something, and then signing a contract of some sort. My contract, I think it said like, oh, like whatever pictures that they take, those companies will be able to use. Like, I think that's pretty much it. And then like I'll get paid, and then I might not have access, something like that. It's not super like serious, but I can only speak for this place because I've only modeled for this place only. So you have to do your research. I didn't have to pay them anything. I didn't have to like get an agent. I didn't do any of that. So look for lifestyle modeling for like everyday people, so that you know you can get shoots. And then so after that, after you get the initial request, I don't know what this is, you get the request for the shoot, which I got one, I told you, for Holt International Business School, and they wanted to do like a school shoot, and I look like, you know, a school person, school girl, college girl, and they send you like an email, and then they'll say, what time are you available for a go-see? And a go-see is when you actually go into their whatever, usually like it'll be, I'm trying to think, it depends, like it'll be a different place each time, but it would be like kind of related to the company that you're working for. Like you might go to the school, for example, I went to their school. So you go there, and then you come on time, make sure you go on time, otherwise, you know, like then it just shows you can't show up on time. You go on time, and then literally it'll only be 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, like maybe even less. Like it's really sad, like, because it takes me, you know, an hour to get to San Francisco, but like, yeah, so it'll only be like 5 minutes, and then you just don't know, I don't know what this is, you just don't know until like you get the call. And then I've been lucky, all the times so far that I have been to a go-see, I have gotten a call. And I've met like people at the go-sees that I didn't see at the actual shoot, so I'm assuming not, like it's like it's being narrowed down. So that happens, and then after that you just like have fun. Like they'll just tell you what to do and like how to pose, and they don't expect you to be professional. Like this is for regular people, so you are not a professional, and they know this, and it is totally awesome because everyone there is nice, and they give you free food, and they'll pay for whatever, like your parking and all this stuff, so they're so awesome. So yeah, that is the second way. I know that was really long, but yeah, that's the second way. That's the awesomest way to do your modeling and like actually like work for big names. Like, yeah, so that's the second way. And then the third way I did is through Model Mayhem. And when you do this, like you'll have to just like put some pictures up, you'll have to give your info, and then people will randomly, you know, message you, and then you can message other people. And this is something you have to be very careful with, because a lot of people are very, like, you know, people are sketchy on there. And you can obviously know when something is not real when it sounds too good to be true. Like someone's like, oh yeah, 2-hour shoot for $1,000. And I'm like, no. First, make sure that it's not too good to be true. Second thing is that, you know, look up like that person. Like if they are a legitimate person, they'll usually have a portfolio somewhere, they'll usually have a Facebook, they'll usually have something. So make sure that they're, you know, real and everything, and obviously buy their pictures. Like they should have at least a few pictures with other people and all that stuff. And also make sure that you bring somebody with you. Like always bring somebody with you, especially if you're a woman, you know, because, you know, we're targeted more, but I'm not saying men aren't either. Make sure you always like bring someone with you, even if they say like, oh no, you can't. Determine whether you want to get paid or if it's just for pictures. Like usually if it's paid, they'll give you less pictures, or you could do it TFP, which is trade for print. Just be very careful when using this, but sometimes you could get very lucky, because I've also, you know, met like Instagram makeup artists on there, and also a promo modeling company reached out to me, and you know, they were legitimate, so I respond back, and everything turned out great with that. So that is kind of like another one you can do, but you kind of have to find those places. So these are all of, you know, my experience doing this for fun. You know, nothing, I'm not professional, like I don't go every day, you know, to like do photo shoots. It's more of like, oh yay, somebody wants to do something. Yeah, and then you guys can check out my profile and everything. If you want online, it's my name, if you know it. Like, when I'm at work, like, I work with little kids, because I'm a coach, and my name is like, you know, it's not normal, like, American name. It's like, it's an Indian name, so I always be like, remember my name, it's Coach Shalini. And they'll always forget, and it's really sad, but I love the one that always remembers. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you want to see from me next in the comments, and I will see you guys later. Bye!